is we killed two new bosses. One being Beast Lord Darmak, heroic, and the other is Operator Thogar on normal. So, Beast Lord seems to be a hot topic within our guild, and many people dislike it. So, let's get on with talking about that. And we can talk about other attempts, not just the kill, since it took us, I think, 6 attempts tonight. So, Bashir, what was your overall impressions of this fight on heroic?
Beast Lord?
Beast Lord, yep.
I actually don't mind the fight. I like that you kind of have to like you can't have everyone nuking the ads. You have to have certain people helping with spears, and you have to have um, people on the boss because the boss has to go down also. So I like the balance that you have to find, and that's something we didn't have. That's something we didn't have very well tuned in the first attempts, right? Where
Yeah,
we only got them to like 50%, and then we berserked. Whereas tonight we had it tuned, a little better.
yeah. I can't believe the difference, in how serious simple. We literally just changed the position very slightly,
Yeah, by
and
like a couple yards.
and it made a world of a difference. And I think also like bringing up the fact that range really need to focus the ads. Even though I think it was being said that for some reason like it clicked in their brain that it really is important to get those ads down. So that was cool. Um, Also, hello Arculus, welcome to Ruler Gaming Talks, and yeah, I still hate this fight. Um, I mean, we've talked about it previously, both on normal and previous heroic attempts where we failed. Um, I don't know, like I still can't quite find a groove with this fight, and I think that's what bothers me the most. Is I try different talents, I try all this stuff, and still doesn't feel like it's quite. I can't quite get it. Like I did okay. Like I think I was fifth. I did like 33k or something or close to that, and it was fine. But it's just still kind of a gong show for me, and I just wish it was less hectic, and maybe it'll get to that point when we get more gear and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted.
Yeah, I see. I just
Okay,
realized.
what's some stuff that we can talk about that the guild brought up in chat here? You want to do that?
Yeah, I closed it. So if you still have it open, please feel free to bring up a conversation about it.
Okay. Um, it seems like a few people said that ranged were crashing into each other a lot.
Okay.
That seems to be a common thing.
And so what? So the problems with that are that multiple people could get hit by a spear,
Yeah,
basically.
I think so. Like basically they were having to move around and then grouped up too much and then getting hit by multiple things.
Mm-hmm. And there was something else that was mentioned about what was it? Um, I think it was Cerisi or maybe one of the shamans that was talking about different groups. I'm not sure. I didn't quite because everything was spamming, so I quite wasn't quite sure what he was talking about. But I think they wanted like separate groups where people could stand and give more room to the ranged, I guess.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And it was something like that, and like that wouldn't be an problem. Um, Except um, I think the real issue, yeah, even though the position we changed it slightly and it worked, I still feel like the position's really shitty. Um, like I feel like we should move more, especially when we're getting ads that leave void zones. That's uh that's a big issue for me.
Oh, okay, a little bit off topic, but on this, on the attempts, all attempts, pot usage was better than it's ever been.
Oh, good.
I had 100% pot. You had a, well, not quite 100%, but that's probably because you were dead. Everyone
Prods.
has pots used, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, you can see with Day, like he's really good um damage, but he definitely jumped up.
I still
Uh
use the second least pots.
oh, I
Go
told
on,
him.
Day.
Gosh
Pulling you out,
dang
Day.
it. I told him. I gave just quickly little snippet. I gave Day and Twiz 50 in pots. And I was like, you can keep these as long as you use them on every pull. And I asked Day on operator, actually. I was like, hey, are you using pots? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, awesome. Um, oh, there's a Cerisi. Um, all right, let me. Okay, so we got some active chatters here. So let's just. I'm just gonna take a look here. Oh yes. Arculus brings up a point where we had apparently there's a bunch of ranged on one side, and obviously that's not optimal for avoiding spears or avoiding stuff on the ground. Perhaps there was like not that much space for range to move, or perhaps everyone's kind of just thinking the same and they're moving the same way, which tends to happen. So so yeah, to a way, yeah, as Arculus has said in chat here, that a way to avoid that is splitting groups. For some reason, I have a feeling that would be really bad for Rend and Tear, but I'm not sure why.
Right, yeah, that sounds like it could be an issue.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, obviously we would all they would be spread out, but I'm trying to think if at one point, because you got to dodge the range, got to dodge spears, and they got to dodge fire from breath and stuff. So I wonder when that would be the most optimal to even do that.
Well, the strat that I saw was the range kind of spread out in like a semicircle around the boss, right?
Right.
And that's kind of what we were doing. So I'm not sure.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure if that would be better.
Oh, I see. He group certain groups in certain zones. Yeah, yeah. That
Oh,
I
and then
mean,
spread out in that zone, right?
yeah,
Okay, that
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense. Yeah. That sync. um, yeah. I honestly I feel like something uh needs to be a little bit more organized with that fight, but I'm just not quite. Uh, I mean, we got the kill, so we're doing something right. Like you said, people are potting more, and um, I,
Day just said in guild in game, he's like, I never pot. I went through 12 tonight, and I'm like, I went through 30. So it's better than nothing. But
yeah, that's true. That's pretty funny actually. Um, yeah.
Alpha asked, how much do you think the pot changes your DPS? And I think it's a lot. I think it's
Hmm.
up to 30 or 30k or something on the pull. Um, because all the buffs are up, all your trinkets are procced, all your stuff is proc like my execute and all that sort of thing, recklessness
Hmm.
and for me on Beast Lord, it the pot stays up for the first wave of ads, which is huge.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pot usage is a lot more. Like I said in the previous episode, that definitely more important than I think people think. Because I mean that's like for me that for us it's like 1,000 strength. That's like boom, like that's huge for especially me as a DK where strength is really important. Um, like that's huge for DKs and obviously for strength plate wearers, um, but DKs especially like based on our scales and stuff. So wow, 7 viewers, this is insane. Um, and so yeah, so we did well. There's I guess there's not a whole lot more to say about him because we've talked about him pretty extensively. Um, but it felt good to get the kill. I'll tell you that. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about is how did you feel about sitting people?
Oh, I obviously my stance on this. I hate doing that. I don't know much. I don't know what to say about it. I don't like it because I mean, I play with Monkey for, I don't really play to play hardcore. Like
Hmm.
I did that in the past, like I said, like in Burning Crusade, and with Monkey, I just like to have a good time. So sitting people really kind of ruins the mood for quite a while. So once they came back, it was all good though.
Yeah, of course.
It's unfortunate, and I mean, I think it would have taken us quite a few more attempts to get it with the full group, like five or so attempts, because we were only getting them to in the 20% range. So it would have been really rough. So I mean, we would have basically not been able to do the train boss tonight if we had kept everyone, I guess.
Yeah,
So
that's a possibility. Yep.
you got to find that balance, and that's Joel's call, right?
Yeah.
That's he runs the raid, and that's fine. He's got to make everyone happy, which is hard.
Hmm.
For me, I would rather just progress with everyone, but that's because I'm not super focused on progressing like at the fastest speed possible.
Yeah, and Joel has, like, again, like you said, he tries to pleases everybody, and then but the people that he may not please, uh, by keeping people in, maybe uh get on his back a little bit, and he probably just wants to avoid as much conflict as possible, and
Yeah,
which is fine. It's totally fine. And like I agree, like we probably did a little bit better with dropping people. And again, I mean, I don't particularly like dropping people. Uh, I don't think I feel as strongly as you do about it.
right.
I think I'm more indifferent, but again, I'd rather everyone progress and get that kill feel. Like I feel bad for Cerisi not getting to feel that kill and Scuba
And
and stuff.
Caldrus was
Oh yeah, and Caldress.
yeah,
Which I
and I
thought
played with
was an interesting call. Like, I mean,
okay.
uh, just not against Joel or anything. Just I thought it was interesting that I know Zano did really well, like when Mask there, did really well tonight. But out of all the like, I'm just surprised that Zano didn't get dropped before Caldress. You know what I mean?
Right. I was looking at the meters and I didn't look that hard across all
Yeah,
attempts,
me
but
either.
yeah, I was actually a little surprised too because melee generally is um, more annoying to have a lot of melee. But I guess on that fight, it's melee isn't really that much of a hindrance to have a lot of them.
Yeah, I guess not.
As long as you're not standing in the fire, which is, the biggest thing you can avoid easily.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, yeah, I guess that's But yeah, like I said, Zano did really well considering. I mean, I saw like, I think at the end of the fight he was the same as Trog, like 20 something K, quite up there. So he's definitely doing making his making his name known in the guild. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah. So unless you have anything else to add to Beast Lord, I think we'll move on.
Well, I just wanted to add that I was doing over 50k before we dropped Caldress and Cerisi for those two attempts or three attempts. I was doing like over 50k.
Yeah,
We
you're doing
dropped.
like 52 or something.
Oh, it was yeah 52. It was exactly 52, and I was just above day. And then we dropped them, and for some reason, I guess the ads were dying just a little bit quicker, and my blade storm kept ending before they were, but
Oh,
like
oh yeah, I noticed that. I was like, you're
yeah.
still spinning and you're on the boss, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
So I was losing like 2 seconds of every blade storm, and I was like, no, and I seriously lost like, I think I went down to 40, like 45k or something. I lost like
Uh,
6 or 7k. Um, yeah, I was a little bit upset about that. That's again why I don't like dropping people. So
because his damage goes down. It's typical Bashir. Oh, that's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, and that's pretty funny. Um, cool. Um, let's see. All right, so let's move on to Operator Thogar normal mode. Now, for whatever reason, um, this fight is fun, but it's not as fun as like the first time we came in here and like tried a couple of attempts. It felt like, um, I don't know. I just like it just didn't seem as fun.
oh, sorry, I had some interruptions. What was that? What was not as fun?
Oh, just this fight didn't seem as fun as the first few attempts when we came in and tried it. And I'm not sure
The
why.
train one?
Yeah, train boss.
Train boss. Hmm.
We'll save that for story time, Marculus.
I'm not sure why it would feel less fun. You said you were feeling sick at this point, right?
Yeah, I was feeling quite ill.
I felt it was okay. Obviously that fight I do insane damage, so um, even if I was feeling ill, I would feel good
I
doing
mean,
it.
I did do really well on that fight. I think I was third, with 40k.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, you're
so,
getting your AoE figured out, hey?
yeah, it's interesting. Like it definitely with blood tap, it's definitely fine. I think I'm gonna keep it macroed. I tried macroing it, and I feel like it doesn't drop my DPS at all by having it macroed, and it's very much very wow English. It's a lot easier to manage that way, um, and it's just like yeah, I think blood tap, the talent itself definitely helps a lot. Um, in and also I'm using plague leech a lot now, which gives me 2 runes back.
Right.
Which is a little bit annoying to manage because I have to have my dots up, and sometimes when I use my plague leech to take the diseases off to get 2 runes, I forget to apply the diseases back, and which is getting which will come in time. I'll get used to it,
Right.
but it is a little bit frustrating. But um, yeah,
Oh, remember on one of the early polls, I suggested that you save Defile for the ads.
yes.
Um, did you do that, or did that change anything?
Oh, I did. I did. Well, what happened was on one attempt, I think the attempt before the kill, I saved it. But then I realized that if I use it right away, it was up again for the ads. So
Okay.
I did that. And oh, and something interesting with the Beast Lord with my AOE defile, for whatever reason, almost every time the ads were up, as long as I didn't use my defile on the pull and
Yep.
waited for the ads, it was up almost every time the ads came up, and it was
Oh
like
yeah.
it was amazing. I was like,
Oh, I should have told you that because yeah, on the poll, it's only like 15 seconds until the ads come. So
yeah,
you have to save everything.
yeah,
Like I save my rec, my everything, right? Um,
yeah,
and that's why your pot is up. I guess it's up for 5 seconds of the ads.
yeah. It was
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I learned that right quick. I mean, I tried necrotic plague, I tried all that stuff, and like I said to you in game, necrotic plague, it might be more damage if it's used correctly, but I feel like I'm not using it correctly, and I don't even know where to begin to find out how to use it. I mean, I'm sure there's videos that I might have to try and find, but Defile definitely kept my overall damage higher than Necrotic Plague on Beast Lord. Because what's interesting though about Thogar, the train boss, is um, excuse me, the high end guys use Defile for this fight. But for
Right.
some reason, like there's so many ads. Like, wouldn't Necrotic Plague be good, or is it going to be the same thing as Beast Lord, where the ads die kind of quickly? Thus, it's not, and it's annoying to manage. Thus, I'm not going to do as well with it.
Well, did you try necrotic plague at all?
Not with Train Boss, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Try that next time, I guess.
Yeah, I might do that. Cause it's annoying how you have to like, it's really bad, and I'm going to admit this, but sometimes when I have, and I'm sure you might do the same, but when um, I have a shitty damage going on a fight, for example, Beast Lord, and I die, say, I kind of secretly wish that we wipe, so then I have a chance to try something different. And
I mean I'll admit I have the exact same thing.
okay,
Um, like especially if I die and we're like in execute and I'm like, oh no, like I kind of secretly hope we wipe. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like I know I'll be happy if we kill it, but I'll also I don't know.
yeah, yeah, I'm happy that we kill it, but I prefer that obviously you prefer to be alive or like do better. But like having those attempts on Beast Lord, it made it so I could try all of my things, and then I came to the conclusion that Defile with Blood Tap and Plague Leech definitely was the better combination for me personally. Thulgar, yeah, like Defile worked fine. I saved them for I had them up. I had Defile up. I think every time. Sometimes I would throw it down on the boss, and then I think a couple of times I threw it down on the boss, and ads came, and I was like, shit. But
Oh, there
um,
is one thing I wanted to call out on the train boss. Sogar, is it?
yeah,
Um, the bombs. We had way too many bombs in melee, and
yeah, yeah,
I kept getting targeted with it. I think I got targeted with it like 2 or 3 times in the kill or something, and I just leapt out, and then I stayed out there for like 10 seconds, and then I kind of charged back in, and it was no big deal. But there was always like 3 bombs in melee, and I don't know. We can do a way better job with the bombs.
yeah. I got targeted once, and I just kind of sat out for a little bit, waited, and it finally went on me. It takes a while for it to drop, and I'm like, oh my god, hurry up. And what and also the void zones. There was like so many in melee, and I'm like, what's going on? Like
Oh, do you know how those work? Because I have no idea.
it targets range, like ranged. Those are range specific, and they need to go away. Like ranged need to
Okay.
not be on melee, basically. And I think
Right.
Joel
Okay.
called that out a couple of times, but yeah, at some points we were all grouped up on the same track and ranged. I guess we're just too close to melee. Um, because I got sucked into a couple of those, and like there was times where I had to fight the boss from the front, and I'm sure you had to do the same, and it was just like,
Oh yeah, tons of time.
yeah, it was that was kind of annoying, but
Oh, I
again,
wish Large was on because there was a point where he was like lol brash, and I'm like, wait, I don't know, I had no idea what happened. I think what happened was I was like on the wrong track, and I heroic leaped last second,
yeah,
like, and saved myself.
yeah, weird. I was like rewatch. By the way, I have the videos of the kills. They should be up on my YouTube channel soon at Rhuller Gaming. But I was looking at that the kill, and I heard Large say it, and I was like, what? And then I concluded that because I didn't see anything, I just concluded that you almost got hit by a train, and you somehow didn't, and Large saw and lolled at it.
Yeah, well, what happened was, if it was that, it was basically I had already moved into the correct track, and then someone like panically said, like, "Oh, quick, move out, or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, like there's another train coming in this track also." So I kind of started moving out into the other track, and then I looked over and there was a train, and so I quickly heroic leaped back to the boss, and it was all good.
Yeah.
So I guess it was that.
Yeah, I almost got hit by one of the trains. It was like one of the first few trains, and like somebody's like, "Oh, train's coming." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I moved away, but I moved the wrong direction. I actually didn't look to see which way the train was coming, like which track, and I was like, "Oh," and then I like kind of like came back in, just at the last second. I don't know how I didn't get hit, but it was pretty funny. Um, yeah, this I think this was a good boss to end on though. I'm glad we did it because it seemed like everyone like enjoyed it and we're in good spirits by the end. So because I think people were feeling pretty exhausted after Beast Lord and Thames.
Right. Be right back 1 minute. Sorry.
Okay. Well, while Brash is AFK, we'll do some story time. So one of the things, story time. I'm just gonna scroll back up on this chat here. Um, oh yeah, one thing that was funny was yeah, I can't remember who originally said it. It might have been Cerisi, but somebody was like, in those trains hit like trains, and it's like, no shit, they hit like trains. And then we concluded, or we kept talking about which type of train it was. Excuse me, and somebody said a freight train, and then Large said, I think it's a steam powered train, and it was actually quite funny. Um, and there's something else here. Oh yeah, and then somebody said, perhaps yeah, I thought they hit like trucks, as Cerisi said in chat there. So, um, yeah, it was pretty funny. Um,
Okay, I'm back.
so I just did a quick story time about
Story time. Sweet.
about about people saying that the trains hit like trains. And then oh, I also have some new
Who was
followers.
it? Who was it that said? You probably covered this, but who was it that said like I got hit in the face by a train?
Oh, that was Xano. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, that's funny. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, because it was just like I think it was Arculus that said, "Man, like," or Cerisi, somebody said it. That was like, you said that super casual, like, "Yeah, I just got hit in the face by a train." It's like,
Right.
wow, it's like happens on the daily. Um,
Reminds me of that song. What is it? Getting drunk on a plane?
Getting drunk on a plane.
That country song? Yeah. Getting
I
hit in the
like my
face by a
country.
train.
Oh my god. Get Holy shit, that would be the best country song ever. um, what was I gonna say? Oh, thank you, Sarisi, for the follow. I really appreciate it. And Daishi 995. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Sorry if I butchered your name. Um, but thank you guys for the follow. Really appreciate it. Also, I'm just gonna give a little plug. There is a if you want better things for this stream, I don't even know what they would include, but there is a donate button down below if you so desire to give me money.
Hookers.
Thank you, the Hastings, for the follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah, everyone, yeah, I agree, everyone was pretty worn out, but yeah, that was definitely a good fight. Let's see, Thogar, anything else? Well, you did ridiculous damage. Talk about that.
Um, hmm.
What were
Well,
your
all I want to
talents?
say, what was my talent? Oh yeah, okay. I guess I can cover that for any warriors watching. You got to run anger management on that fight because the ads come at about 45 seconds. So 1 minute blade storm does not work, so you have to run blade storm, dragon
Oh.
roar, and anger management, not ravager. And then you basically just, I've changed my opinion on this, but now I pot. If there's like a ton of AOE like that fight, I use my pot with a wreck on the AOE.
Ooh.
Whereas normally I would wait until execute. That's only worth it if it's, I think it's something like 4 or 5 targets or less. I've been doing that, and it does help a little bit.
That's interesting. See, I would have assumed you would have ran like full AoE, like all that. But see, like that's why I asked, because I wouldn't I didn't even know. I just assumed, but I was wrong.
Right, and it's like another. This is why I like. This is why I like taking like wow, words, a finer, a tighter tuned fight, because it takes more attempts to kill, and thus you can find a better setup. But
Hmm.
I could have done a little more where there was a minute in the middle of the fight where I didn't use any of my talents, because I was saving them for AOE, but they never came. It was like a 2 minute break,
Oh, okay.
and I should have used at least Dragon Roar, and I didn't. And it wasn't a big deal. Like, it was literally the difference of one Dragon Roar. Um, it would have been like nothing on the DPS in the end, but I could have used it and optimized that a little bit better. Um, but yeah, that's what you do in that fight.
Cool. Um, yeah. As I think I mentioned, but on that fight, I run because we have so many DKs that watch. Defile Blood Tap, and I recently found out Blood Tap is really good. It's what the high end Mythic Raiders use. I mean, obviously, it's you can't always follow that because it is a different type of fight. There's more mechanics and stuff, but I decided to YOLO strat and try it, and I think it worked because I definitely wasn't pulling 4 EK on the attempts we were doing with on Train Boss before. So, um, yeah, I think that definitely helped.
Oh, I love the chat we have in this today. This is great.
Oh yeah, this is by far the best chat. So I really appreciate you guys coming in and enjoying the lifestyle of the Canadians here. It makes our time here more enjoyable and makes it so we kind of have a purpose here, not just talking to nobody. Normally we have Win Mask, which is always nice to have at least somebody. But yeah, really appreciate you guys coming out and listening.
Sorry, who was the Hastings again? That's Arculos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Arculos said that the healing was all over the place. he had to blow everything on when we split up into two groups, which I noticed because the tanks were taking tons of damage when we split up. Like large on my side was just getting creamed, and I was like popping all my defensives to try to help him, like rallying cry and stuff. And
Interesting.
it doesn't, like, he's just always on a sliver of health, and I just try to kill the ads as fast as possible to help him out. So yeah, that's definitely an issue. We could be maybe using more raid cooldowns from other classes, something along those lines.
Yeah, because honestly, I didn't notice that because I was trying to make sure I did my stuff, my rotation, because I'm still dealing with some new stuff. So that's interesting. Um, Also, did the gripping of ads help?
Oh, a ton.
Cool.
Because when I used my Blade Storm before, there would be like four or so ads out in the boonies, in the far edges where it wouldn't hit them. So the grip really helped, I think.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, it felt like it helped because they were just like bam, all there. The one thing, one thing on one of the attempts, I don't know if it was the kill or not. I might have been, but I think you were on the same side as me. I was with Large, and um, he kept putting a raid marker on the man at arms, but we had a healer up, like a flame bender, and I kept trying to kill the flame bender dude because I thought that was top priority,
Okay.
but he kept marking the man at arms, and I was really confused. And then I think it was attempt we wiped because the next attempt he was they were talking about flame benders. I'm like, oh, maybe he just didn't see it. So I think the next time if that happens, I'll just call it out.
Right. Yeah, there was some issues with marking.
Yeah, and like the
Um,
skull would disappear too, and like whatever reason, the specifically the skull raid marker would disappear off mobs.
right. If I could, I'm gonna. I don't know how it works exactly, but with the AOE grip, you could probably do it quicker.
Yeah, see the thing is I try to make sure I click a dude that's close to Large, because I have to click on a target and it grips all of them to that target.
Right.
It doesn't grip them to me.
Okay.
So I try to see what Large is doing, like, and figure out which one's going to be closest to him, and then I pop it. But I can do it quicker. That's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure Large didn't get annoyed.
Yeah.
But I can definitely do it quicker.
It might make Large annoyed, but it will make me more happy.
That's the thing.
Who do you want
too.
to please here?
Well, it's funny. I'm gonna bring this up because I am gonna just bring it up. Low
I'm
Kier
gonna go there.
I'm gonna go there. Low Kier mentioned he was like, "Oh, do you run Remorseless Winter for like Beast Lord or whatever to slow the ads and freeze them?" And I was like, "I do, but I don't use it because Large doesn't like stuns." And Low Kier brought up something. Well, he just says these things, but um, he said that Large doesn't like anything helpful. Now, and I hate to call out Lokier for saying that, but I'm going to. But I think it's a good point that I feel that Large, even though I understand that moving stuff sucks when shit gets knocked around, but if we can stun them in the right position, it
Yeah.
shouldn't be an issue. And plus, he takes less damage, and I think that's one of the things that, like, I think that's what stuns are for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
um,
Definitely.
to help tanks and other people not take as much damage. Um, and as a tank myself, I do understand how, and like you've tanked, and everybody that has tanked probably knows how annoying it can be if something's stunned in ranged. And I know that's what Large normally is talking about, but sometimes like the things that are getting stunned are like right beside him, and he doesn't like it for whatever reason. So, um, and I don't, and I think that if it was brought up to him, it probably wouldn't change his mind regardless. But and Logier said he was just gonna do it anyways, and I think he did, and Large didn't say anything, so maybe I'll just do it anyways. But I think stuns are important, and I don't know. Um I think that it's another one of those little things. It's like it's hard to say, but it's like it's one of those little things that could help just that little bit more, thus getting us a little bit farther, you know?
Hmm.
And
Well,
I
I think
think
large, like if I can speak for large here a little bit, um, I think the thing is, um, the stun, like the ads, large shouldn't be dying to the ads. I think, especially on normal or whatever we're doing,
yeah,
even heroic, we probably shouldn't. It shouldn't be killing the tanks. Like the healers are able to keep them up, so it's not really the like turning point in the fight. If it was and large was dying, then I think he would be more open to stuns.
sure. Okay. Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
he'd rather just kind of figure it out as is and not kind of rock the boat with changing stuff around. And like for me, I mean that I really hate stuns too because as melee or whatever as anyone, when the ads are all spread out, like it's really obnoxious.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely get that. Um, yeah, and I think, and you're right. Like if he's dying to ads or whatever, then like that could be something to discuss. But I guess if healers are keeping him up, it's not a crucial thing.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's the things like that would probably happen on Mythic where
yeah,
if
exactly.
it like the Mythic ads probably hit like a like literal train, pun intended, and so we would have to stun them, but we would
Hmm.
probably also still want to grip them together
Oh yeah.
because they need to die ASAP. So you'd grip them and then you stun them with whatever you have,
Hmm.
and that's the stuff that Mythic needs is like all those really everyone contributing absolutely everything they can, every class possible, and I mean that's just like I was saying before in private with you, just like Monkey, we're not really like super hardcore. Like I don't feel like we're really, losing sleep over not getting mythic kills. And that's how we've been for a long time. But we try to do our best with the people we have and have fun.
Oh yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly the thing.
Oh yeah. So stunning. What is? I was just mainly I was talking about the Beast Lord pack beast. That's one thing that that's when Lokir mentioned the Remorseless Winter stun thing. Um, but it definitely could help with um Thogar as well. However, as a DK, it's either Remorseless Winter that slows him down and stuns, or it's McGrip, and the grip is definitely more beneficial in that fight. Um, I wonder if it would
Ooh,
be beneficial in Beast Lord,
I was just gonna say that.
because that would actually be so sexy. Because
Okay,
they,
so you say it goes towards a target, right? I'm just
yeah,
gonna try to guess here.
okay,
Can you use it on the boss and then pull all the ads to the boss?
yes, I could, as long as
Oh my
I'm in range
god,
of both.
that would be so sexy because then I could just instantly Bladestorm, and that's everyone's priority, right? Everyone's thinking about Bladestorm, right?
It's so funny because like you make fun of yourself with Blade Storm. like
Of course.
I still want you to do that screenshot. You got to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I can definitely try that as long as I mean, I could ask Joel and just be like, "Yo, would this be a good idea or not?" Um,
I think I think you should totally try that, and then like because the issue with the ads of Beast Lord when they have issues is either they get slowed and they don't get to the X quick enough,
hmm.
or they get I don't know if they get slowed or not, but like sometimes they just spawn and they instantly run towards the ranged.
Yeah,
Probably a boomkin, I'm guessing, from Starfall spreading at the same time or something.
yeah,
And and so then they're kind of like there's two of them that are running out and ranged, and then the rest are in melee, and then it's kind of a little bit messy, and we take a little bit extra damage in that phase.
yeah. I noticed. I can't remember if it was the kill. I think it was, but I saw that when we lost control of ads, one time they all went to Trog, for whatever reason, and
Okay.
then one time they went to Brisket. Um, and I think sometimes I think Joel just forgets about ads. I remember actually specifically he was talking about something like a mechanic or something as we were fighting or something, and then he's like, "Oh, ad spawn," and at that point they had already came out a little bit. Um, so that I think that was a mixture between DPS and tank issue a little bit. So, um, but yeah, I would definitely prefer to just grip them all.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think that would help. I think that would definitely help out. Just general ad stuff, because I like the stun. the DK stun, and it's great for like reducing the damage all ads do and all that sort of thing. But with our guild, I think the priority should, or on most of our fights, generally our issue is like the messiness, right? And if you can pull them all together, that's something that's I feel like it would really help us.
Yeah. No, I definitely
The
agree.
most.
Definitely agree with that because, yeah, that's definitely our type of method.
The monkey way.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, cool. Okay, my cat, will you stop? Um, yeah. So overall, Operator Thogar was a good fight. A little messy here and there. Void zones could have been handled better, and you were saying the tanks were taking tons of damage. So, um, I'm not sure what I could do specifically to help large out, but I definitely, I guess, killing the ads faster is the best thing I can do. So, um, yeah, cool. Any other thoughts on Train Boss Normal?
No, train boss normal. That was it was not hard enough to really say much
Yeah,
more. I don't think. I feel like I'm going to do a lot less damage on heroic due to the fact that we will have to kill the ads quicker. So everyone's going to have to, um,
do do a bit more
yeah,
damage basically.
yeah, exactly. And that's like what happened in
So
Beast
so
Lord.
wait, were you Fury or Arms for that fight?
I was Fury because
Wow, and you did that
um
much damage.
yeah, arms would have done less because
Oh,
arms kind of relies on more cleave consistently, whereas
oh,
Fury
okay.
Fury has a buff. Well, single-minded Fury has a buff to like all my attacks, all my cooldowns, like a big buff. So Bladestorm does ridiculous damage. Um,
Oh,
like Bladestorm would do less damage if I was Titan's Grip,
really?
but I would do more flatline whirlwind damage and raging blow damage.
Wow, that's actually really interesting.
So it's best to be single-minded Fury for that, because it's basically all my damage is from Bladestorm, like entirely, and it's lining up for every ad group. So it's great.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy because you did like 60 something K, and it was ridiculous. Um,
Sorry, I'm talking with some people in game.
ooh, fancy secret chat,
Serious chat.
serious feelings chat. Cool. I feel, you know what? I think that's it for them. I think that's going to be it for the main show. We're going to cut it a little short. However, we're going to go into what we call the after show. So if you wish to stick around for that, we're basically just going to talk stats and some other random shit. Um, if you would like to stick around for that, we'd really appreciate that. And I think that was good. So, um, well, let's jump right into it with some ranking stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna bring that up. Wow, business does not have three S's. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that was really weird that Regoth was like, he deleted both your logs.
Oh no, I figured out what that was. I only
Oh.
posted one log, but he didn't know why I posted an identical log to his,
Oh.
and I didn't really have a reason to. I figured it out. I said in guild when you were offline. Um, I posted Ask Mr. Robot logs because Cerisi wasn't in for the kill, right?
Oh,
But
I
I
see.
was. I posted that, and then I was like, okay, so I'll post a World of Logs also, or what is it called?
Mm.
Warcraft logs.
Mm-hmm.
And um, and I wasn't even thinking, so I just posted there, and then, I mean, if I don't really know why he was annoyed about it, but I didn't hear it, so I can't tell his tone.
Yeah. I mean,
But I deleted it anyways because it really didn't have a purpose existing, so
right.
it's all good.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this ridiculous rank on Train Boss. Um. So we have Brashear with 99% across the fucking board. Like what the
This is
fuck?
Warcraft logs.
Warcraft logs. I tend to go to Ask Mr. Robot after
Okay, on Thogar,
on Thogar.
22nd in the world as Fury.
in the world? Like, how ridiculous is this
Not
shit?
bad. That's my. I think
Not
that's my
bad. Can I
third or
just
fourth
can I just
best
can
ever.
I just can I just can I just 1 minute here?
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish, but um seriously though, I'm sure that you obviously want to do better. We always want to do better. But like, dude, like that's that's insane. Like that's an insane rank. Like for how far like we're in this fight. Like this is normal. Like I don't know. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that that's your rank. Like that's how well you did. And I mean, you did. You crushed. You did 63K. Like that's ridiculous. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Well, it's weird because I feel like the AoE fights, like this fight, are a lot easier than single target fights. But I rank a lot better on the AoE fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like on Groll, my best is like about 90 or 92% percentile. Whereas like on almost all of the AoE fights, I've hit in 99. Like Bracken Spore, um,
Yeah, that's true.
Tectis, uh, Beast Lord or whatever, Chromog. Like I've hit in like 95 plus on all those. But and then Butcher, I think I've actually had a 95 Butcher. So my single target's good, but I think it's a lot more RNG dependent due to just crit procs and
Yeah, you have
all
a
that
lot of
sort of thing.
procky stuff.
Yeah, and
Um,
you also need to have a perfect execute phase, which is quite random. But the
mhm.
AoE fights, all you got to do is hit Blade Storm with the right cooldowns up at the right times, and you're good.
Yeah. I just want to point out Arculus's comment. Quotations, not bad. In brackets, I'm so good at this game, worship me. Because it's pretty accurate.
Well, it's I hope I mean I don't want to come off that way. I'm just like I honestly I like I've told you before. Like
Yeah.
I like to continually improve, and I think that's how I've gotten to the point I'm at.
Yeah.
I could obviously improve in a lot of other areas like general raid awareness and remembering what the hell's going on and stuff like that, and keeping myself alive, which I'm improving. I feel like I've improved a lot with
Hmm.
that stuff lately. Noticing that I'm dying and then using my cooldowns at the right time.
Yeah.
I used to do that, but I've been doing it more lately.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely deserve to be where you're at. I in my opinion, and um, and I mean, let's be honest. Like you've been playing since vanilla, and you've been playing. You played a hunter for a while, for a long time, but
A couple years, yeah, 3
you've
years
been
maybe.
playing. Been playing your warrior for a long time, and you've adapted, and you've actually have been willing to learn new stuff. So I mean, it is deserved, and it's just like it's just I'm envy, obviously, but I mean,
Well,
I've come a long way
and that's
in
like
the short time. So
yeah, and you ranked 82 percentile on that, which is
yeah,
you're better than you rank better than 82% of unholy DKs, which is pretty freaking good. And you've only been seriously rating since I wouldn't even include anything in miss. Like
no, I wouldn't either.
you've only really been seriously rating since I'm all, which was like
Yeah,
last month.
yeah. I
I
should give myself more credit. I know I should, and you try to. You're like, you rank though, and I'm like, yeah, and sometimes I kind of just like, yeah, I did, but no, you're right, I did rank. Like this has never been a thing that's been in my brain ever up until this expansion, and the fact that I've done even at all well is pretty incredible considering the short amount of time I've been doing this.
Yeah, no, you that's the thing. And I mean I could take a little bit of credit for that too,
Oh,
helping
of
you out
course.
and kind
Yeah.
of forcing you to improve and stuff, or trying to help you improve. And um but it really all comes from yourself, right? Like you wanted to improve. That's the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, you could have sat there all day and been like, check this out, but it's definitely myself that forces myself to actually click a link and look at these things, or like learn learn what this shit means, like these rankings. Like I wouldn't like, or like what a spell really does, or like what spells do this and that, like really meticulous things. And like you bring it to the forefront, and I actually have to execute it, force myself to execute it. And yeah, and I definitely don't deny any, like you have helped me tremendously. Like I would probably wouldn't even be here like this at this point without any of your guidance. So you're definitely a huge contributor to how well I'm doing. That's that's definitely no lie. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, Arculus, what you just said, totally true. Like, that's why I kind of moved on to Monkey to avoid the toxic people. Which in the good guilds, that in the old guilds I was in, there was, there was good people, but there was also those five people where they were so toxic. Like they they just were never happy. You could just tell. Like, even if everyone's having a good time, they're still, they got something up their ass.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, you can even see it now. Like maybe not because like I mean I haven't played in like a hardcore guild, but you can see it in just like people being elitist, even in just like dungeons and stuff, and they're just like full of toxicity, and it's just like you don't even want to be around them, but you kind of like you either do like you just are forced into it because of like looking for group and stuff like that, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Feed my ego, give me all the ego, nom nom nom. All right, so yeah, so
Wow.
Arculus, you did really well. Um, like
You always do really well, Arculus, especially for your item level. It's kind of insane.
yeah, like you were quite low, like lower than this, for a while, and you were topping meters, and it was ridiculous. Like I, we've talked about it, and it's just like, it blows my mind. But you definitely know your shit, and I think you do the same thing. You kind of try to, like you were talking about earlier, invent about and how you found out about like elemental blast and all that stuff to, and in trinkets actually being better and stuff like that, and that's cool. And definitely a good thing. Wow, Day did really well on Beast Lord.
Yeah.
He ranked 93.
Oh, this is normal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that counts. He
He
did
did
really
do
good.
really well on heroic as well.
For some reason, his AOE lines up better. I think he said that it basically takes, like less than 5 seconds to finish his AOE, and then he's back to the boss.
So
And mine's a
ridiculous.
little bit more like 10 seconds. So yeah, and it was also arms for that attempt. Trying it out, it was terrible.
Oh, for normal.
Not like, yeah, I didn't rank very good either, so I should have done better. But um, oh well, I won't be arms again on that fight.
Yeah, I did all right on normal. Um, Not bad.
But heroic, Day outranked me a little bit. Yeah, I got 87, or Day got 87. I got 85.
He got 90 in his bracket.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Um, and I did okay. I think this is when I was running Defile. Gratz Wind Mask. Um, let's see. Arculus, he was top. Oh, he wasn't quite top heals, second, but he did the best rank. But that's crazy. That's quite a low rank, though. Must be. Well, I mean, look at his item level. Like, that's pretty insane to rank. Because there's probably not that many people. Wow, there's 8,000 shamans? 8,500 shamans.
Yeah, it's weird as healing because I feel like the good ranks are, and the healers will probably feel the same way. Um, um, wow, my brain. Um, Basically, okay, yeah, like on some people bring less healers, right? Maybe they got more gear or whatever. So then they just generally do more healing. Healing is really tough to rank like consistently,
Oh, yeah.
I think. And also, like, if the raid is taking a ton of damage but maybe not quite dying, that means there's more to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's a lot to it. It's a lot more complicated than DPS rankings.
Yeah, definitely. So let's wait. I'm gonna just go hop back to normal because Cerisi made a comment. Oh, yeah. What's funny, Cerisi, is with mage stuff, because my main was actually mage up until late kata when I rolled a DK. Um, I found that all the mage changes. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same at all, but I found that all the mage changes that they did in Mist kind of just like really put me off from mages, and I felt like mages, like frost mages, were awesome, but because I just switched to fire and it was still trying to learn fire at the end of Kata before they changed it. It's like when they changed it, I just was like, oh, I don't even care. Like, made me like really not want to relearn it for whatever reason. Um, Probably a mix between melee is awesome and casting is not so awesome. So it was probably a little bit of that too. But fire, I felt was more fun and definitely felt stronger in Kata. Um, and now I feel like it's definitely so not worth it. Like, unfortunately, it might be okay for AOE fights, but I feel like like Frost is still probably better, which is unfortunate. And Frost has so many changes now, and Arcane I think is still a two button spam, but that's boring as hell. It's like, I don't know. I can't roll the mage anymore.
I feel like I could do good as a hunter or a mage or something along those lines, but I just um don't know. I just don't like being ranged anymore. I like to be able to move around, and that's why I've like spent so much effort on getting good hotkeys and whatnot. And as ranged, you can totally get away with having some questionable kind of habits. I feel like in vanilla,
Yeah.
I didn't hotkey as a hunter, and I like destroyed. I feel. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, I would love to see you as Rucknot again. Like, I mean, just because I never got to see you as Rucknot. And I know so many things have changed and stuff, and like it becomes kind of like meh, but like I don't know, to see you as Rucknot would be kind of like almost iconic for me for some reason. It's just like a
yeah.
little piece of you from vanilla. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Um yeah, I agree, Cerisi. Yeah, Frost was definitely more PvP back in Kata, and I think even probably through Miss. And then I agree, Fire is definitely the most fun. Um, I mean, the changes to it made it a little less fun for me because I found it really fun to kind of like manage all your dots and stuff. It was kind of cool. But then they changed it slightly so it wasn't as complicated, which is funny in my opinion because it's like it's kind of like it's definitely not more complicated now, but it's more like boring and unfun.
Well, does fire still have the thing where you have to crit the fireball and then you get the proc?
Yeah, it's a little bit different now. It's like um it's only slightly. I can't actually remember the difference now from like what kata was now, like it's so long ago, but now you have to like the way they say to do it on like icy veins is like you basically you pop like you keep doing like basically you just spam fireball and then you get a proc thing, then you hit another spell inferno something, and then it if you crit it basically gives you free pyroblast instant cast.
Right.
um what they want you to do is basically you basically keep spamming fireball until you get that proc again for if you crit, like if you use Inferno Blast it auto crits or whatever. So you use your Pyroblast when that procs, and then you get an instant Pyroblast again almost every time. So it's like they constantly want you to keep rolling. Like you let your Pyroblast sit there for a bit, get your crit back up, boom, you do it, and you just keep rotating it, and it's kind of like it's fun, but it's definitely I feel like not as fun as before.
Yeah. Well, I've always felt like fire is kind of like the ranged equivalent to fury, because fury you have to crit bloodthirst and that gives you your procs, which gives you your damage, and fire is kind of the same way where it highly values crit to actually maintain your rotation.
Yeah,
So I feel like I would like fire, but I've never really given it a try.
yeah. It's definitely the most fun. Um, well, that's a discussion. Let's have a discussion, a little mini discussion about out of the ranged classes, and I'm gonna exclude hunter. So all the casters, what would you, what class and what spec do you think you would be playing if you had to play a caster?
Hmm. not really a big fan of warlocks because I don't like dots. Not including hunter. Okay, well hunter. I'm just gonna cover hunter anyways. But
Yeah, of course.
hunter, I like the hunter idea because you can move around like melee. You're kind of like a ranged melee.
Hmm.
So I think it would definitely be up there on the list. Shadow, um, priest shadow. I don't like dots and I don't like priest. I've tried it. I do not like it. Boomkin, I just didn't. I didn't understand Boomkin. I might like it if I understood it, but I couldn't. I didn't put any effort in either, but I just didn't like it. Um, Mage, I don't know. Mage was actually pretty fun. I liked it. Um, I didn't have any gear when I tried it. This was like in mists, and I had greens, and I was doing really bad damage. But I felt like I could be good at it if I gave it some time.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Priest, Shadow Priest.
Yeah, I said that, didn't I?
Oh,
Shadow.
sorry.
Dots. I don't like dots.
Oh yeah, dots.
Elemental.
Oh my
Shamans. I'm
god.
sorry, shamans in the chat. Shamans, literally my least favorite class. You have all the buttons in the world, and nothing does anything good. It's like a bunch of. It's just I hate it. I can't stand it. It's the most useless class in my opinion.
Oh, that's so
While
funny.
leveling, it wasn't that bad. Being like no, not elemental, enhancement.
Mm-hmm.
Destroying stuff with wind fury and stuff. But once you hit cap, you're like, okay, I've got all these specs, and they're all kind of like nothing's really good at or like the best at anything. Doesn't feel like it has. It doesn't have like a niche, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess enhancement has a niche now in sustained, multi-target cleave kind of stuff. They're like the best in the game, I think. So that might be fun. But like a warrior, I don't know. Compare everything to warrior, obviously, but I don't know. I don't have anything annoying as a warrior. I don't have to sheep stuff. I don't have to like all that annoying stuff is not my job. I just kill stuff, and that's my personality. So I like it.
Yeah. Cool. Um. Yeah, like if and you chat if you have input on what would be your favorite or what is your favorite caster. Or you let's go with melee because most of the people in here are casters, except for Windmask, I think. Yeah, so if you had to be a melee, specifically melee, what would be your preferred class and spec? Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna do the quick range rundown. Hunt.
How you say it is it's more like what would you play if you had to play melee and why is it warrior?
Wow. Apparently, Arculus is on that train. For me, Hunter would like excluding Hunter, but my like Hunter is definitely fun. Like you said, you get to move around and stuff. It's a little bit different now. Like I normally run marks, but it's everything's so slow. But apparently survival is really good, so maybe I'll try that. Um, Caster, I don't know. Warlock, man, like demonology is boring.
Ugh.
Affliction's weird. Destro is okay. I don't mind Destro. Shadow Priest is boring. Oh my god, it's so boring. Mage, I would. Fire's okay. Like I said, Frost is like I don't even know, and Arcane is boring. Um, what else is there? Oh, Shaman. Elemental Shaman, like I actually like Shamans to a degree. Elemental Shaman was fun in Miss, but they were so terrible apparently at the start of this expansion, and probably I think still are. I definitely wouldn't want to play it now. So I think the one I would pick if I had to, I don't know, it'd probably be Warlock. Even though my Warlock is at level 70 and I have Mage at 91. But I don't know, I'd probably pick Destro Warlock if I had to.
Destro warlock. Okay.
Because
Now describe Destro. Is that the not dotty one?
that's the one, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the less dotty one. Like Affliction's the really dotty one, and Demonology is just weird. Um, Turn into a demon, and I'm all like confused. um, well, Destro, you have to keep up. one dot. I think you have to keep up 2 dots. Um, and the AOE is weird. That's something I would want to learn and
Right.
get better at, because that's the one. It's like you hit fire and brimstone, and then all of your single target stuff all of a sudden is AOE, and it uses like your burning embers, and it's like what? It's the one that has chaos bolt. I don't know if all of them have chaos bolt, but use chaos bolt.
Oh, I just wanted to talk about monk for a sec. Like
Oh yeah, monk.
I played a monk healer in Mists quite a bit, and you guys probably don't know that. Yeah, no one talking in chat knew that, but I actually really liked it. It was quite difficult because you had to like melee, and you had to kind of like do extra things, but also heal. It was interesting. I like that stuff, and the tanking was really awesome. Quite. It felt like you had a lot of things that you could do um, to help stay alive, even though it was the skill cap is definitely like, or the minimum skill required is quite high for tanking as a monk. I didn't like monk DPS though. What do you think about monk?
Monk. I always forget about monk. Monk tanking was definitely fun. But for some reason it wasn't fun enough for me to keep doing it. DPS was awful, and I never got a chance to do heals because I wasn't really big on doing healing in mists, and that was when I basically played a monk at all. Um, and I don't know. I mean, I would like to try more healing classes. Um, but like I want to try druid healing and I want to try all these heals, but like I don't know, to have to sit there at level 90 and kind of relearn everything is just like I don't know. Not something I want to really do. But if I had
Oh
to
right,
if I had to play a monk, it would probably be tanking only. What's that?
yeah, that was like it was like Tordos, and it was a really derpy LFR group, and seriously we wiped 3 times on it or something, and then on the kill I was just like basically spinning to win, healing and damaging all the ads and Tordos and everything at once, and I was like, I don't know if I topped the meter, but I was pretty close to topping, and I was definitely top of the healing. Oh, it's freaking awesome.
That's ridiculous.
Pally healing. I played a Pally in Burning Crusade when they were like 3 buttons, but I liked it because it was all based on crit, and you just stacked all the crit, and you'd have like infinite mana forever, and that was amazing. Um, but yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I started doing a little bit of pally healing and I liked it.
When did you do this? Like, was
Um
this in Miss?
no, this was in this expansion,
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, I think I was leveling. Oh yeah, no, it was just before this expansion I started really leveling my pally because I forgot about like the stat stuff, like the armor switching stats. So I was leveling up a secondary pally to heal, with, because I have one that's like tank and ret. Um, and so it was like near so like end of miss, I don't know, a little bit before the um expansion drop, and uh yeah, I liked it. It was I don't remember much. I mean, it's hard to say too because with Lobby stuff, everything's you just spam one button. But I think my overall favorite healer so far is a disc priest. It's definitely the most fun.
Oh man, leveling as a disc though was friggin' hard.
Oh, I agree,
Like
totally.
healing the dungeons, whatever for whatever reason. At least back in Miss when I leveled mine, um, like the scaling or something is broken because like you're bubbling people and you're literally spamming your biggest heal, and the tanks are dying, and you're like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, I it was weird. Is like unfortunately I boosted my priest, so I didn't actually do anything through miss. But like in WOD, like for whatever reason, like I remember leveling Lobby stuff, and it was just like Raffle Mail, like really easy. But even now, like WOD, Lobby stuff, because me and Keitra have been leveling tunes. The healing was like it's actually hard to heal again, and which is nice, which I like because I it makes me like learn better, I think. But there's something weird with yeah, I agree with the scaling or something. It's just like I did a couple healing with my priest in some WoD dungeons, and it was just like, yeah, it was actually really hard to keep people up, and especially the tank. And I'm just like, I'm spamming my biggest heal and mana thing, like flash heal or whatever. And yeah, they were just like dying. And I was like, is this accurate?
We really need to get one of these healers in here for next time. But yeah, like I love that they made healing difficult again. Like it's so true. Like
Yeah.
I didn't heal and miss very much. Well, I guess I healed on hair, my monk, but not at the end. And I knew it was getting to a point where it was all based on bubbles, and there was like, even if you did LFR, you could see it where like you just basically instantly healed everyone up to full, and if you didn't do that, you were doing it wrong. It was so non-dynamic, um, and I didn't like it. I mean, you like it when you're OP, but when you're not one of those classes, it's like ugh.
Well,
Yeah,
I remember in LFR you literally just did AoE heals and that was it. There was never really any single target healing on tanks. It was just like you put like because I was healing on my shaman and miss for some LFR, um, and it was literally spam chain heal, put down healing rain. That's it.
yeah.
And
LFR teaches you to heal very badly.
yeah, that could be a whole another discussion of LFR. How
Oh yeah,
the quick rundown is LFR is useless. It is not something for you to learn from. Brawlers Guild was amazing. It helped me a ton to learn from, to learn how to move while doing attacks. And Hexos, for example, is a really good example of paying attention to your surroundings while managing your rotation and stuff.
that's actually a good topic, like Brawlers Guild, because yeah, I agree. Like Brawlers Guild shows you what you suck at.
Yeah,
To
basically.
be blunt. Um, like I bought a new mouse for Brawlers Guild, basically, and it did improve my play because it has more buttons and it's just better overall. And it was kind of a necessity to beat Hexos.
Mm-hmm. I'm just reading chat here.
Oh, back in Alduar. See, I didn't actually play it all during Wrath. Like it's weird, but out of all the expansions to
Oh.
miss, I missed Wrath, and so I don't know any of those fights. Unfortunately, I really regret missing it, but that's life, I guess.
So, Arculus, is it like, was it because it was like based on percent of your health or something that like at the time, so you had to keep them at like 30%. Otherwise, they would take, if they were at full, they would take like half their health all the time or something. I kind of don't understand quite what you mean. Obviously, there's going to be delay, so
Yeah.
20 minutes later. Something I do want to talk about at some point. I don't know if I want to make it part of the mainstream or at the after show, but I
Are we
really
in the
want.
after show?
Yeah,
Okay.
I called it.
Okay.
Basically the main talk took only 30 minutes, which I kind of assumed it would be quite short tonight.
Mhm.
And plus I wanted to make the after show kind of like a little bit longer because we have people. So, one thing I do want to talk about, I don't know if I want to talk on either one, which one I want to talk about. Talk on. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm going to just let my brain. I want to talk about our setups. And what I mean by that is what we use. So like our mice, our keyboard, gamepad, whatever, and our layout.
Kind of like this stream is sponsored by
Well, I have
mostly Logitech.
well, yeah, basically, I have 1,700 views on my Logitech video, so that's cool. Also, I have one video for the Logitech G13 gamepad tutorial. My God.
Is that actually you trying to talk?
My God. Yes, that's why I'm laughing because I'm like,
You couldn't replicate that if you tried.
what the fuck? Okay, tutorial on how to set it up and stuff. Oh, just for chat, I want to know how many of you actually use. Shut up. What are you laughing at? Are you laughing because I'm talking slow now?
No, just Winmass typed it out again.
Oh. Wow, I almost snorted there. I kind of did. Um, how many of you actually use hotkeys like keybinds, not click on buttons all the time, like Joel and Large
Clicking
Heart?
buttons.
Because I'm always interested. Because I have a feeling that I don't know about Cerisi, but I have a feeling Arculos. Um,
Oh my god. I just read it again.
oh my
Oh.
god. Turbo.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Day, welcome. Welcome to the after show because we already talked about bosses, but this is Arculos. Like Joel is fully a keyboard turner and a clicker, like full on.
Well, I don't know if he. Okay, yeah, I don't want to pick on Joel, but like, I don't think. I'm not sure if he keyboard turns. I think he might use his mouse to turn
Oh,
the
okay.
camera, but then he has to stop and click on the buttons because that's what I used to do in vanilla.
Mm,
I would never really keyboard turned. Like,
interesting.
I knew it was slow, but I still clicked on all my buttons, so I could only do one or the other. I could move or I could click.
Interesting.
Um,
Don't believe you, dude. Straight up. And large.
that's a tank thing. Clicking. I've heard that some people, like a lot of people, recommend not binding your S key, like to strafe or to walk backwards, basically. And I've heard that tanks generally use that to walk backwards because that's what I run around because I like to walk backwards. But I don't keyboard turn, like I'm using my mouse to move around, and then I have hotkeys on my
Yeah,
keyboard around my WASD. Um, so I have like all the control basically.
yeah, yeah. And large also he partially keybinds. He has a few buttons on like I think he uses one, two, and three that are actually keybound, and then he clicks on everything else. Again, not sure if he keyboard turns, but um, yeah, that's people still click, and me and Bashir have discussed it before in our rambles when we're hanging out, but just some people just like they find it hard to when they've been playing that way for 10 years they find it hard to um, change their habits basically. I definitely do not. I mean, I had the luxury of Brash telling me about keybinds like instantly when I started playing, so I didn't even have the opportunity to pretend to click. So I actually don't even know how bad it is, but based on what I've heard, clicking is very, very, and seen is very slow. Um,
Yeah, like you said, with people, I think people that started playing in vanilla, I don't know why. Probably to do with just the game being different, but no, like I think a lot of people just clicked and used keyboard turn back then because there was never like you didn't have to move and damage. You just stood behind the boss and killed it, and uh, and that's what I did, right? Like as a hunter, I just stood there and clicked my buttons, and it wasn't until Burning Crusade where I swapped to a warrior I realized I needed to um, swap to hotkeys, but it took a while, and it was I took a break for a couple months and came back, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hotkey when I come back. So it takes like I think it's harder for people that started playing back then, and it was hard for me because you're stuck in your ways and you're stubborn. You have to really try. I don't know, and I had to look up a lot of guides. I actually want to make a guide to teach people the hotkey
mm-hmm.
because there's not really good guides. Like people just say, oh, just hotkey random things to buttons, but like I feel like um, certain spells should be in certain places. But
Yeah,
yeah,
totally. Um, yeah, it wasn't until recently that I mean, I've been keybinding since the beginning, but it's only been recently where I've upgraded some stuff to help me um, be able to bind more things. So I'm actually gonna open up my preview and I'm gonna show you folks just quickly what I use. Um, I don't use a keyboard like most normal people do. I use this guy, and
he uses a racing wheel.
I use a racing wheel, and every button, yeah. And when I press on the gas, it makes me jump. So basically, this is what I use. It's I can't remember how many buttons are on it. 2, 5, 6, 8,
Oh, what
10,
Arculus just said, the Belkin
22.
N52.
Oh yeah, that's what I originally
Yeah,
tried.
exactly.
That's funny. I originally Brash originally had that, and I tried it, and that's what made me want to get a better gamepad. Yeah, so this one has 22 buttons, and it has like as the main keyboard, and then it has these two buttons here. How do I? That's a button right there. Those two buttons, and the joystick. Um, and it has a bunch of like different little knick-knacky things. You can have different profiles, and then you can. It has a macro thing. I never use it. I prefer the gamepad a lot because mainly I think it has a lot to do with I used to console game a lot, and I'm used to a joystick. So no innuendo intended. And so when I first felt the gamepad and using a joystick to move and stuff, it was like really awesome. And this just has so many buttons, and like I don't know, it's just like it made it so I could have all the buttons that I need and not have to worry about it. And like I don't use all these buttons for like for spells. There's actually quite a few I don't use for spells. They're just for like my bags and my map, so I can spam click my map and stuff, and just like really little things that it helps a ton. And I have this mouse. It's the same one that Brashear has. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I always forget you have the same mouse.
Yes. Like Brashear said in chat, I just right clicked. The G600 Logitech mouse, it has 12 buttons on the side there, and actually has three main buttons on the top. Your typical left and right button, and then it has a third one. I don't really use it for much. I just use it for push to talk if I have it. And then it has two little buttons behind the mouse wheel. I don't really use those for WoW at all. I only use them for FPS games where I change the DPI settings on them. So that's my setup for like those are the pieces of equipment I use. And I also have a sexy 27-inch monitor at 1440p. It's sexy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of a weirdo. I have this giant ass HD TV, around a 39-inch HD TV at 1080p. That's my screen, and I sit like seriously 2 feet from it. I'm like in the screen. I think
in the screen.
I think it's actually a bad thing for certain things, like because it's so big. I literally have to move my whole body and my head to look around the screen. That's exactly what you want when you're bladestorming, because you just focus, right? You just focus on the spin right in the middle. Yeah. But I like it. I'm used to it.
Oh, and by the way, thank you, Dave, for the follow. Really appreciate it. And another little plug for our YouTube channels. My YouTube channel is at Rhuller Gaming. And there you can find all of our kill videos and our episodes for our other episodes of our podcast, Words Are Hard. And also, there is a donate button at the bottom there if you want to contribute to better things on the stream. Obviously, you're not obliged to donate, but anything helps. So please feel free to check everything out down in my profile below. And Brash, do you want to plug your YouTube?
Yeah, go to YouTube and type in Brashear. Wow, one word. That's all. I have kill videos, and I don't edit them or anything. They put them up there raw. Some of them don't even have sound. They're there.
I don't
But
edit.
they're in nice quality. They're like 60p, and they're like 1080p, and they're crisp, and yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, most of my newest ones are at 720p at 60p because my video card is a chintzy asshole. But I have some older videos that are at 1440p at 30p. So
I don't know what they're talking about. It's too much delay.
what is going on?
What is What is FGGT?
Oh, he's calling you a faggot. I don't appreciate that language, Windmask. I may have to revoke your mod if you say that again. Half joking, but not really. Am I joking?
60p.
Okay, wait. I missed chat. One sec.
They're obviously joking, but
No, I know. I know that he's joking. It's been okay. Old tube CRT. Bone Storm. Oh, Bone Storm. I forgot about Bone Storm.
If you haven't picked up on it by now, like I am a total airhead. Like you know, I know how to do three things, and that's like play warrior, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, one thing I guess.
He's only good at one thing. You can build things.
I do build things, yes.
You're good. Like I just watched you build some things, and it was cool.
Yeah, I build. I guess I can build computers and program and stuff like that, but that's it. Awesome.
Much good. Much good. Um, I don't want this stream to end. So what else should we talk about?
Oh no.
I'm
The chat
having
has
a-
been amazing though.
I've been having a lot
you
of
make
fun.
it so much better.
You guys make us make this stream. You guys are the stream. So the delay isn't that bad. It's like
No,
30
it's not.
seconds or something.
Yeah, I think it's less than it normally is.
Bladestorm, Whirlwind, Bladespin. Yeah, you don't even really Whirlwind as Fury, do you?
I do in AoE, but that's it.
Oh, weird. Oh no, Bladestorm, Whirlwind, and Execute.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
That's those are the three things.
Dude,
Dude,
7, we normally have
one.
zero. Me.
No, we
Oh,
normally have
Windmask.
Wind Mask,
Right, yeah, Wind Mask.
and that's literally it. So, like,
I don't know what that says about Wind Mask, but
well, Wind Mask definitely should be a guest at some point because he's always here. I think he feels obligated to be here because I paid for his server transfer. You must support me all the time.
hey, okay, here's a actually, I'll just type it because it's quicker. No, I'll say it. What do you guys think about a new edition Wind Mask? Xanel.
Oh yeah,
the rogue.
the only rogue ever in life. Wait, is it true that Voodoo was seriously a rogue up until Miss?
Who?
Voodoo?
Voodoo. Oh yeah, I heard that story. I
But-
don't know.
Because like that blew my mind if it's actually like wasn't a joke. Well, I could stream to Hitbox because it actually has a way less delay for whatever reason, but all of my followers are on Twitch, so
Yeah, no one even knows about Hitbox. It
Yeah.
doesn't count.
it doesn't count. QQ. Yeah, that's what I heard, but I for some reason I felt like it was a complete troll because I cannot imagine Voodoo not being Voodoo. like
I
not
want
a
to add
healer.
too. I want to add like Arculos and Cerisi and Windmask too. Like you guys have really added a lot to the vent group. Like it's a more chatty. It's good. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah,
Like, I'm
I
really
totally
glad
agree.
to have you guys.
Oh, the feels are real. Insert plug of feels. I remember Joel being being a cat. Wow. It's not even that late. I'm not even tired. I'm like so hype right now, like it's ridiculous. I remember Joel's rogue, Destroy. I remember him being a rogue a lot. Wait, so who were cuz he must have been Destroy like on his rogue all through through Kata because that's I think that's where I remember it most cuz it was it Joel and not Joel. Largehorn and Kuros main tanks? Or was it like not large?
No, it wasn't. Large was DPS on his warrior. He was
Oh.
Fury.
Okay.
And,
Who were the tanks?
who was the tanks? I guess Kuros most like sometimes.
Because I remember him being a healer too.
Rigoth tanked a bit, but he wasn't like main tank.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. If it by the way, obviously it's not buffering for a lot of people, but if it does buffer, it could be because my bit rate is ridiculously high. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, it's so weird because like I mean I rated a little bit, but I definitely don't remember who the tanks were. Like I remember Kuros swapping between Bearer and Cat a lot. So like he would DPS when whoever.
Reese, who did you play a different character Or was I not around when you were raiding with Monkey?
Nina.
Nina, what did Nina play? DK?
Pally, apparently.
Like, I can't remember.
Who's Nina?
Nina. Wow. Like I know Nina, but like that airhead thing is happening. Uh,
Uh,
she hasn't played in a while. I can't remember. I know her voice and stuff. I can't remember her tune.
yeah, that's fine. I probably would remember her maybe if I like, cause I definitely don't remember anybody from Vent, cause I never talked. Right, I was literally like really, 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 really quiet.
Yeah.
And I think the only voices I recognized were Kuros, not even large, Joel, and on. I think that's it. I don't like. I didn't even remember like Rigoth's voice, like or anybody's voice. Like it was literally Joel and Kuros that I remembered.
Right.
Akira? Nope.
Wait, no, Akira. You didn't play Akira. Oh, we were trying to figure out who Nina was at that point. Cerisi, who did you play back then? Was it Cerisi? Like, was it your mage?
I have an albino Drake too. You guys are having a Drake party without us? That's so rude. Ow. Why am I picking at that? It kind of hurts.
Break like that awful, like artist.
Lol, lol, lol. Who created
Isn't
Yellow?
Drake Canadian?
Yeah, he is. He was.
Okay,
He was
so
on.
maybe not so awful.
He was on. He was on Degrassi. He was an actor.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's one of those teen struggle, teen angsty shows where
Right.
you learn lessons of life, but not really, because who gets shot in Canada? Nobody. That's not true, but
Wait, someone gets shot in the show? In
she played.
Canada?
Well, yeah, Drake's character actually gets shot, and
Wow.
he gets put into a wheelchair. She plays Rain in the guild right now.
I just have bad memory, I guess, Cerisi. Or maybe you didn't talk a lot or something. I'm not sure, but
Well, you weren't
I've
really around in Wrath, but
yeah.
Miss, like weird.
And I missed most of Kata.
Oh.
And Miss, I was there for most of it.
The only mage I remember was Brandizzle,
Oh yeah.
because I talked to him, because this is when I was playing my mage. I was raiding as my mage, and I was arcane, and I literally macroed one button to do the 2-button spam. Oh my god,
Them macros.
so bad. It was like, seriously, it was like arcane blast or whatever the f it is, and arcane missiles. Whenever arcane missiles was up, I would just it was just one button. I literally spammed one button, and
Now,
then
okay, was this something you found on Google or like what?
oh, I don't even know. I have no idea, to be honest. It's so long ago, but it was like yeah, no shit. Best mage 2012, 10, 2010, 2012. I don't even know.
That's something I stopped doing in like Burning Crusade is making macros for things. Like I just started to like click the button straight up, and it helps a lot.
Oh, you're away from Miss. Oh, see, because Brash wasn't around much for Wrath, so thus he probably didn't remember you from there. And if you weren't around much in Miss, or at all, like
Yeah, that makes sense.
it makes more sense.
I probably raided with you a little bit in like early Wrath maybe and early Kata when I was around, but then I quit pretty quick.
Yeah,
So that
I'm
makes
a
sense.
cata baby. I started. It was funny. It was like I can't even remember what the conversation entailed, but it was like you guys were talking about WoW, and I was like, I'm interested in playing. And then you guys were like, new expansions coming out, so we probably will play. And then I don't even remember what happened after that. But I started playing. Bought everything for $100. I think it was a sale.
Did you play before Mist Day? Like did you play on a different realm? Like what brought you here?
Magic. Also,
Magic.
it
I
does.
feel like it's something to do with Sev for some reason. It's a friend of a friend or something.
Friend of a friend of a friend.
Can't remember.
Also, it says I'm still being hosted by Windmask, so if this is true, thanks Windmask. I appreciate it. I think it's still hosting me from last time, which was Monday, I think. Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
I knew it was connected to Sev, right? My memory's not that bad. Oh, I bet Dragon Blade. So I would be like 16 or 17 when I started playing back then in vanilla. The realm I got assigned to was like Draenor, I believe, and I was like, that name sucks. So I deleted my character, which I think was a rogue actually. I could have been a rogue, and then I went to Dragon Blade because I thought the name was awesome. Literally, it just sounded cooler, and made a hunter for some reason because I wanted a pet, and that was that. Ah, you started in vanilla, so you're an old senile rose tinted glasses type.
Oh, Tichondrius. That's a huge, like, that's a pretty big PvP server. Wow. Oh, so are you younger than me? How old are you, Arculus? Wow, these young people, I tell you. Whoops. I mean, I'm not even that old, but let's be real.
I think Day's like my age. I'm not sure though. I'm 26.
Oh man, the old hunter pet quest was the best. Oh,
Dude, it was like 8 steps.
I know.
Yeah, you had to start at level 10.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm older than Arculus because you sound like you're in your 20s, but like you sound like Brash's age 25, 26.
Okay. Oh, Day,
Oh.
you're like an old man. Jeez. When you hit 30, I'm gonna call you like old fogey.
Cerisi, how old are you? I like the how old are you game.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, we played this game actually in Vent a while back
Yeah,
with Joel,
I
and
wasn't there.
it was hilarious.
I think Windmask is younger than you, Arculus. Oh, he is a youngin. So I was like,
17, really. I wouldn't have guessed that young.
yeah. I like, I couldn't remember. Like, I had a feeling that you were younger, but I also thought you may have been like 20. But I was like, because you definitely are not that oh my god, that young acting. Wow. Oh,
Yeah, 30 is a bit
I'm
scary.
older than Cerisi. Hype.
Wow. You're
I'm
like you're an old guy.
apparently. Who knew 24 was actually so old?
We know Windmask from Twitch, basically. And he's
Yeah.
Canadian, so we obviously like we live in the same town, right?
Well, yeah, we all know each other.
Yeah.
Well, the Wind Mask. He's been like watching my streams for a really long time, like a couple years now. Whenever I started, he's been around for a while, and he's been really good supporter of me. And I knew he was a good guy, and he seemed to know what the game well and stuff. And I just couldn't remember his exact age. I know his first name. Don't worry. I know that his real name. It's fine.
You have to donate to hear that though.
Donate
Hashtag
now.
hashtag sell.
It's not like I'm getting any donations anyway. If somebody gives me 50 cents right now, I don't even know. You get to choose what I do.
I do?
Somebody
Or
gets
they
to.
do, yeah, the donator, obviously.
You hate your name. Why? Why do you hate your name? It's so random.
Here's a question. What do I sound like in Vent? Because one, I know Vent sounds like ass compared to TeamSpeak.
Oh
But
yeah.
what do I sound like? Do I sound 26? I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, it's weird. Because
Do I
Vent
sound
is
like a
like
female?
we. That'd be odd.
It'd be beneficial if I knew.
Yeah, I guess. So.
Get all the loot.
Get off- Just change your name. You're like a new character. Oh
Uh,
god. Yeah, no, oh shit. Yeah, Brash and I like discovered that like Vent is literally really low quality compared to TeamSpeak. You sound like a schoolgirl. Wow.
Nice. Japanese.
Hit me up. Brash actually is starred in his own anime. They just took his Japanese schoolgirl outfit and plopped it on every anime
Oh
character
god, don't
ever.
start an anime topic. Jeez.
Oh, give me a break. You like some anime.
But like very, very few animes. Most of it is garbage. But that's okay.
I love anime. I'm not as
You're
bad
just
as
an
Kate
anime
though.
slut. You just watch all of it.
No, I'm pretty. I can be pretty bad. I have my moments, but Kate is definitely, or Kiwi, is definitely worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she stayed up till like 8 a.m. watching anime. Like, please, I don't do that. Oh my god. Okay, this is getting into a weird
Those are the good
discussion.
ones. Yes.
We're not here to talk about prawns, okay? If we want to talk about prawns, then I'll bring up some prawns.
Well, I want to mention. Okay, no,
There's
I'm
some
not. I'm not even gonna
prawns.
go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
Don't even.
Don't even.
There's some prawns for you guys. I hope you enjoyed them. It's very fresh, brand new.
Okay, what should we talk about? Anyone?
Yeah, because at this point we're just
Anything
having a
else?
conversation with our chat.
Yeah, it feels like we're running out of stuff to say.
But I like it. It
Um,
makes me happy.
anything in the logs we missed? Because we're talking about WoW first, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. There's nothing really in logs that make me. Because because I did some homework and stuff and found some stuff out, so I'm not too concerned.
Oh, I guess we only did the two bosses, so yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked that to death.
I have a pending donation. Ooh, I know somebody's real first name. I got 50 cents. Wow, it actually gave me your address. I know where you live.
Night Cersei.
Nice, Cerisi. Thanks for coming out, man. Really appreciate it. So we have somebody named Jeremy. I have a feeling that's Arculus.
I think that is Arculus.
I have a feeling. He sounds like a Jeremy. Oh, day. Yeah. No, you weren't the only one. We were just like looking at everybody, and you and Twiz like potted like zero times, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give them a shit ton of pots, and hopefully they'll use it. Well, it's okay. It's not like I'm gonna fly to that location and stalk you because let's be honest, who has money for that? But thank you for the 50 cents, Arculus. I really appreciate that. Um, I don't know what could I buy with 50 cents? Not I could buy not I couldn't even buy 10 5-cent candies because there's tax. No, honestly, you're definitely not terrible because your damage is really good. The only reason I wanted like Brash and I were wanting you to pot is because we know that you would do better, and thus you would output more damage basically, and it would help you and it would help the raid, and like it totally did. Like you were like like the pots definitely like they helped quite a bit, I think.
Basically, if Day potted every pull, we wouldn't wipe. So all the wipes are Day's fault.
Basically, I could buy bubblegum. That's true. So as I said, you get to choose whatever I do. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but one thing I can't do is I can't be naked. I can't be even shirtless because Twitch bans that. I could, I could, oh,
Put a shirt in your head.
I could dedicate the next episode to you. Thus, you'll have a big banner. It'll be like, this episode of Rhuller Gaming Talks is dedicated to Arculos. And it'll be like epic. Totally epic. Boss versus boss. What?
Show your cat. That's
Show
a
your
good one,
cat.
actually.
If I can find him. I think he's upstairs, but actually I will do that. Have a conversation with Brash. I'll be right back.
Oh wow, you have prawns up on screen. I see. Talk more about healing next time. Healing's hard to talk about. Well, downy bosses on Tuesday. We got hands and friends, heroic and normal. We did Chromog. What else? Cat hype.
All right. So, why you gotta be so fat? Ugh. Okay. This is my kit. Oh, the mic's in the way. Oh God. This is my kitty. Oh God. Plah, plah. It's okay, Snugs. Just relax for a sec. Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh my God, you can hear the purring. Yeah, rub your head on the mic. Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Test, test.
What?
Oh, something cut out.
Plah, plah. Now I have a bunch of cat hair in my mouth. Okay, okay, relax. His name is Snuggles. Don't judge me. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute.
How long have you had Snuggles, the
What?
cat?
Snuggles the cat. How long have I had Snuggles the cat? Um, I've had him for 5 years
Wow,
because
I didn't know that.
I got him when he was 4, and I think he actually maybe almost 6 years maybe because I think he's turning 10 this year.
Like, did I know you when you didn't have him?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Well, maybe I was dating Delza at the time,
right.
so I don't know if you. I mean, I came over before, but I don't think we were like friends really. I mean, we were like
Yeah.
I was there to hang out with Kate and whatever.
Hmm.
But yes, that is my kitty. He's very cute. He looks black and white, but he's actually brown and white.
Yeah, he's very brown. It's surprising.
And he's super soft. Oh, he drooled all over me. Tasty. Gruel, roly poly. Wait, what? Oh, I see.
Oh, Chromog. Did I say Colgar? Hmm.
What?
Yeah, they're definitely related, those bosses.
Oh, the dude from Old War?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely got like the same animation going on. Yeah, so yeah, just for you guys know that generally we do pod um after raid nights when we've done a new kill. Um
Yeah,
Generally.
because if we haven't killed anything new, it's like we can't really talk about too much.
Yeah, basically what we did tonight, we didn't really talk that much about the kills, but that's fine.
Oh, did you notice that that boss dropped like a polearm?
Which one?
Um,
Beast Lord?
Beast Lord.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Did you roll like a bonus roll?
Um I'm pretty sure I did on her. Wait. I'm pretty sure I looked at the loot table and I only saw a neck.
I might be wrong. Let me check. I'm in game still. Beast Lord.
Because I
Wait,
did.
no.
because I did roll for the neck, which I ended up getting on normal. Um, like I
Oh wait,
bonus
no.
rolled on heroic, didn't get anything, and then the neck dropped on normal, and I won that.
There's a two-handed polearm on Operator Thogar,
Oh,
but we did it on normal, so it didn't matter. Like it was
yeah,
665. So that makes sense. I rolled on him because I wanted the tier.
yeah. As you concluded that it's not a big upgrade for me to get all full set tier at 665. So
Yeah. Oh, we could check Aspis or Robot and check the damage taken and stuff if you want
hey,
as the final thing.
hey, no biting, asshole. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that.
I need to be right back though.
Okay.
Give me a couple.
Yeah, my goal in life is to make large sad. What am I doing, Mr. Robot? Ask Mr. Robot. MrRobot.com. See, now you bit me, so now I'm not gonna pet you, you jerk.
Welcome back to the old war.
Yeah, I never got to do that fight when it was relevant. As I said, I'm a cata baby. So, oh, infographic is what I want. All right, so let's go through this. All right, so on the kill, I think my mic is a little too close. Test. Okay. So on Beast Lord Darmak heroic kill. Let's see. Wow, our pin down was way better. Wow. I'm really happy with that. So overall we played 5.4. Okay, well, we can break down the stats here. Pin down, we did way better. 8.9 out of 10. Like, that's amazing compared to what we were looking at. Conflag, a lot better, I think. I think we were around the 5 mark for Conflag. Pots used. That is, like, way better. Like, it's incredible how little pot usage there are. That sounds kind of weird, but... Oh, am I super, super quiet? Here, sorry. I'll eat my microphone a bit. Normally I have my mic like right in front of my face, but I have it a little bit off angle pointed at my face because, oh, you know why I'm super quiet? Is because normally I'm a lot louder than Brash, so I turned down my audio, so let me turn this up. Because I have him at full blast and I have myself at 30%, or I had it at 25. Is this at all better? Our DPS wasn't great. Avoidable damage wasn't great. Our pack beast really wasn't good for some reason. Infernal breath was pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know why like Brash is so quiet because I have him jacked up in my yeah. I wonder
Test,
how
test.
I wonder how I make you louder, Brash.
I don't know why I'm quiet in the first place.
Yeah, because like
Normally I'm loud.
because only on OBS, I have you jacked all the way up, and I had mine at 25%, where Inarculo said that we're the same level, but which is good because that's what I wanted. But overall, the output's quite quiet.
Well, that's because you have everything that all the speaker stuff you have low because that way you can hear yourself.
Oh, right. That's true.
So then you're lowering yourself to compensate.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
I don't think there's much way around that.
Yeah, unless I like turn. Yeah, there's no way to do that unless I just completely not hear myself. Because I have my currently my volume's at like just over half. So yeah, yeah, that's it's an issue with my mic basically. If I want to be able to hear myself, I have to have everything low and like everything else low, um, and my volume like half, so I can hear myself without dying when I hear other things. So um, there's not really a workaround, as Brash said. So I was just breaking down the Beast Lord Darmak heroic kill.
Hmm.
I was just breaking down the how well we played. Our pin down is way better.
On
Uh,
the actual kill attempts or all attempts?
kill attempt.
Yeah,
Our pin down 8.9 out of 10 score, so that's
nice.
really good. Conflag is better, I think. Pot usage is a lot better. It's actually in the green.
They double potted. Holy.
Oh. Um, so that's pretty sick. Top DPS. Uh, bam. Top 5 DPS. Day, Brash, Brisket, Regoth, and Kill. Our raid average is 33k. Let's check out healing. So Sebti actually topped healing per second. And then Arculos, Coho, Bella, Voodoo. Weird, Voodoo is low. Tanking. I wonder how they do this. Healing required. Oh, they're pretty even. That's pretty good. Um,
Oh, and the conflagration debuff. The spells were really good tonight, or on the last attempt, or whatever.
yeah, they were really good.
Should mod these guys in the chat. It looks weird.
Well, I don't want to have my whole thing mods. Um,
Oh, gotta earn it.
Gotta earn that mod. I mean, Arculo should get mod because he donated.
Not day until he pots every fight.
Yeah. How do I do things? No. Add there. Grats. Arculos, you now have the Sword of Justice. Um, let's see, what's this? Is that good damage? We did above average damage, so that's good. Is it good for our gear? Apparently not.
It's weird. I don't. But is it good for a gear part? I'm not listed, but I ranked 93, so I don't know. It's kind of
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah, that's very odd.
So I mean, as harsh as it is, like sitting Cauldress and Cerisi probably bumped our damage up to an acceptable level. As harsh as that is,
Yeah.
because we only got 46%.
Xanil, what is this? What is this no potting? That is unacceptable. I'm gonna have to send you 50 Agipots, and you'll have to pay me 50k gold unless you use them all.
For every pull you don't use one, like a K.
Yeah. Tisk tisk. On the what? On the heroic kill, you didn't pot, but you didn't. You probably didn't combat pot because you were dead. I'm assuming. I think you died.
Where?
Um. Oh no, he didn't. Ooh, he didn't actually die. So that's inexcusable. I thought I potted. Nope. According to this, you did not. You did not. Avoidable damage. Okay. Rend and tear. Oh wait, I want just rend and tear. Rend and tear. So melee. Wow, I got hit by rend and tear 5 times. That's not good.
Yeah, on the kill I had really low damage taken. I was just like
Yeah, you
in the
have
right place
0 rend
constantly.
and tear hits.
Wow.
Me and Xano are actually the only melee that got hit with rend and tear.
We did pretty good overall as melee.
We did. Oh wait, there's two rend and tears. What? Why is there two? Because one we didn't do so good on. Oh, what? Is this overall? I'm so confused.